The First Battle of Târgu Frumos was part of the First Jassy-Kishinev offensive of World War II, fought between Axis powers commanded by Otto Wöhler and Soviet forces led by Ivan Konev. By early April 1944, Stattka ordered its two major units involved in operations in southwestern Ukraine to mount a strategic offensive in northeastern Romania. Konev's Second Ukrainian Front approached Târgu Frumos and Botoșani regions by 5 April and commenced its offensive towards Târgu Frumos on 8 April. The Romanian Fourth Army, charged with the defense of the region, was being reinforced by German panzer elements of the 24th Panzer Division and was preparing to hold an initial Soviet advance. However, these defences proved to be no match for the Soviet assault on the town, and by the next day Târgu Frumos had been secured by two 27th Army Rifle divisions. Meanwhile, the German 8th Army Command responded rapidly by ordering Hasso von Manteufel's Grossdeutschland Panzer Grenadier Division to move towards Târgu Frumos and recapture the town. By the evening of 10 April, 48 hours after receiving the initial order, Grossdeutschland succeeded in retaking the town and establishing new defensive positions there. Sporadic battles with Soviet elements remaining in the region continued until 12 April, as they were facing the danger of encirclement. Following the end of the battle, the Germans formed a new defensive line northwest and northeast of the town and maintained a tank regiment as reserve near Târgu Frumos proper. Meanwhile, irked by the defeat suffered at Târgu Frumos, Konev ordered the 2nd Tank Army to commence on 12 April an offensive towards the village of Podgoriloaya. Background: on 5 March 1944, Colonel General Ivan Konev, commander of the 2nd Ukrainian Front, commenced the Uman-Botoșani offensive operation in the Ukraine. This operation succeeded in separating Army Group North's 1st Panzer Army from Army Group South 8th Army by 17 March. By early April, Soviet units approached the Romanian border. Starting with early April 1944, Stattka ordered the 2nd and 3rd Ukrainian fronts to mount a major offensive with strategic implications in western Romania. Statka's strategic intentions were to break German and Romanian strategic defences in northern Romania, capture the key cities of Iasi and Chișinău, and afterwards project forces deep into Romanian territory, if possible as deep as Ploiești and Bucharest. By 5 April, Konev's front had crossed the upper reaches of Dniester and Prut rivers, captured Cortin and Doroi, and approached Târgu Frumos and Botoșani regions, 30 miles - 60 miles northwest of Iasi, facing only light Romanian resistance. On 8 April 1944, Konev ordered the 27th and 40th Armies to conduct a coordinated offensive southward along the Târgu Frumos axis, in close cooperation with Semen Bogdanov's 2nd Tank Army. While Konev's shock group was advancing towards Târgu Frumos, Konstantin Korotev's 52nd Army and elements of Andrei Gravchenko's 6th Tank Army, which were operating north of Iasi, were conducting operations alongside the Iasi axis in order to support Konev's main effort. As Konev's armies prepared to launch their offensive toward Târgu Frumos, Otto Wöhler's German 8th Army was involved in the heavy fighting taking place in and around the village of Popricani, 9 miles north of Iasi, where two Soviet corps were fighting with armoured Kampfgruppen, distracting the Germans' attentions and forces away from the critical Târgu Frumos sector. Exploiting the 52nd Army diversionary operations in the Iasi region, the three armies of Konev's shock group began advancing southwards early in the morning of 8 April. The advance was quite slow due to mud-clogged roads during the Rasputitsa, as well as crossing to the west bank of the Prut River northwest of Iasi. Planning Konev's army Army's initial mission was to reach Târgu Frumos, Pascana, and Târgu Neamt regions, 30 miles-60 miles west of Iasi, and capture the three towns from their Romanian defenders by surprise. While 3 divisions of 51st Rifle Corps were ordered to press southward toward Pascana, another 2 rifle divisions were protecting their advance in the region north and northwest of Târgu Neamt. Further to the east, 7 rifle divisions assigned to 35th Guards and 33rd Rifle Corps of 27th Army would advance southeastward along the Prut starting on the 7th of April, forcing the Romanian 8th Infantry Division to retreat towards Harlaw, 17 miles north of Târgu Frumos. Meanwhile, another 2 divisions, the 33rd Rifle Corps joined by 2 corps of the 2nd Tank Army, would press the Romanian 7th Infantry Division back toward Târgu Frumos. The Romanian 4th Army's 4th Army Corps, which was responsible for defending the Târgu Frumos sector, was preparing to assemble sufficient forces to man the forward defensive positions in the Rugino-Asa-Strunga-Otelani defense line, which extended from Târgu Neamt eastward south of Pascana and through Târgu Frumos and Poduiloaia just south of Iasi. As a result, the 6th and 8th Infantry Divisions would be manning defences stretching from Târgu Neamt eastward to Pascana, while the 1st Guards and 7th Infantry Divisions would defend the sector from Pascana eastward past Târgu Frumos to Poduiloaia. The latter units would be reinforced by the end of 8 April 9 miles northeast of Poduiloaia by a Maximilian von Edelsheim's 24th Panzer Division's small Kampfgruppe. Battle. In the vanguard of Trofimenko's 27th Army, Lieutenant General S. G. Goryachev's 35th Guards Rifle Corps resumed its advance southward from the Harlaw region towards Târgu Frumos during the morning on the 9th of April, with 2 rifle divisions deployed from left to right in his first echelon. Soviet riflemen quickly defeated the Romanian troops defending the town and most of the surrounding region, being reinforced by the Corps' second echelon consisting of 1 airborne and 1 rifle divisions before any enemy reaction. Meanwhile, the 42nd Guards Rifle Division captured the town of Pascana, situated 14 miles west of Târgu Frumos and defended by the Romanian 6th Infantry Division. At the same time, forward detachments of Bogdanov's 2nd Tank Army advancing east of the town attempted to reinforce Trofimenko's infantry fighting in the Târgu Frumos region, but were unable to do so due to German defenders. The German 8th Army reacted promptly, realizing the danger to its main defenses west of Iasi, by moving Hasso von Manteufel's Panzer Grenadier Division Großdeutschland towards Târgu Frumos. Elements of the division were ordered to launch a counterattack from the south of the town as soon as possible. Attacking during the rest of the day, that small German force managed to seize and hold only a foothold in the southern part of the town. However, by this time 2 divisions of Goryachev's 35th Guards Rifle Corps reached the region and added their weight to Trofimenko's southward thrust. By nightfall, 3 divisions leading 35th Corps advanced past Târgu Frumos and established a salient 3 miles to 7 miles deep within the Romanian defense line, south and southeast of the town. Early on the 10th of April, the Großdeutschland Division, consisting of approximately 160 tanks, including 40 Panthers and 40 Tigers, attacked westward along the road from Poduiloaia to Târgu Frumos in 2 columns deployed north and south of the road. Following a heavy bombardment, the Germans broke into the town and engaged the Soviet troops, which had taken cover in houses and other buildings. The German thrust cut off a number of Soviet units from their main force and reached the high ground west of the town by launching a concerted counterattack just as the 206th Rifle, 3rd Guards Airborne and 93rd Guards Rifle Divisions were preparing to resume their assault southwards. at a time when only their rear guards and logistical subunits remained behind to defend the Târgu Frumos region. Meanwhile, the Romanian 1st Guard and 7th Infantry Division advanced from the south, pressing the Soviets back to the north. Trapped between the German armour racing into Târgu Frumos from the east and the Romanian infantry counterattacking from the south, the three divisions of 35th Guards Rifle Corps had no choice but to retreat. At about 2,200 hours, 48 hours after getting their original order, the German grenadiers had secured Târgu Frumos and the regions west and north of the town. After a desperate two-day struggle by three divisions of 35th Corps to avoid encirclement, the fighting in the Târgu Frumos region quieted down by midday on the 12th of April. Aftermath. After the end of the battle, the Grossdeutschland division erected a new defensive line to protect Târgu Frumos, which extended in a wide arc from 5 miles northwest, 6 miles northeast, and 9 miles east of the town. Manteuffel ultimately placed Grossdeutschland's Panzer Grenadier Regiment on the division's left wing northwest of the town and the Fusilier Regiment on its right wing northeast and east of the town, but he retained his Panzer Regiment in reserve assembly areas close to Târgu Frumos proper. Meanwhile, throughout the day on the 12th of April, units from the Panzer Grenadier Regiment cleared Soviet remnants from the 206th Rifle and 3rd Guards Airborne divisions from a small pocket west of the town and extended the regiment's defensive positions several miles forward southwestward of Helisteni, 7 miles west of Târgu Frumos, where the Grossdeutschland defences connected with those of the Romanian 1st Guards Division to form a continuous defensive front west of the town. Furthermore, on Grossdeutschland's right flank, a battle group from the 24th Panzer Division continued defending the sector located from north of Poduiloaia to the village of Letcani, 10 miles west of IASI, where its right flank linked up with the defences of the 7th Romanian Infantry Division, which was defending the northwestern flank of IASI. After successfully withdrawing the three partially encircled divisions of 35th Corps, Trofimenko reorganized his 27th Army's defences along the line extending from north of Târgu Frumos eastward to north of Poduiloaia. By the end of the 12th of April, Goryachev deployed the 206th, 3rd Guards and 93rd Divisions from left to right in defensive positions stretching from the eastern bank of Siret River near Pascana, 15 miles west of Târgu Frumos, eastward to the village of Muntina, 10 miles northeast of Târgu Frumos, while further to the east, 3 rifle divisions from 33rd Rifle Corps were placed 9 miles northwest of IASI. Irritated by the defeat his troops faced at Târgu Frumos, on the 12th of April Konev ordered Bogdanov, whose 2nd Tank Army concentrated its 2 corps south of Focari, 10 miles north of Poduiloaia, to assault the German defenders at Poduiloaia.